Hello, this is Eric from the Roofer Marketing Guide. Today I want to talk to you about planning and activating your online presence inside your marketing plan. One key component, especially in this technology era that we live in, is to have a part of your marketing plan is to talk about how you're going to utilize the internet to grow your business. And this is what this presentation is about. So the first is, what is the plan for your website? Do you want your website to be just for branding your business? Maybe just for customer support where customers can go to answer questions or have their questions answered, ask questions, have their question answered? Or is the purpose of your website to generate leads? Now, for most service companies, the purpose of a website is to actually generate leads, turn visitors into leads, and hopefully those leads will turn into paying customers. So that's the kind of main purpose of websites for small businesses. But you have to decide in your marketing plan what you want your website to be. And when you have decided an overall arching what your website needs to be, that's when you can start uh, writing your web pages towards those sorts of things. The next aspect of your internet marketing plan or internet communications plan is your keyword planning. So you want to ask, what keywords does your audience or your customers use to describe your products? Now, these aren't the words that you necessarily use for your businesses, but it's the words that your customers are going to use for your business. Take, for example, if you call, house remodeling, and everywhere in your keyword presence is house remodeling, but you're in an area where we call it house renovations, you're not going to have an effective website if you use the wrong keywords when you're writing your website copy. So you need to find actually what people are typing into the search engines and have a detailed list of all the keywords that you believe that your customers are using. Next is, what is your plan to increase your ranking in the search results? What are you doing to actively increase your rankings in the organic search? And the last part of the keyword plan is, how are you going to measure performance? How are you going to measure that the keywords and the title of your web pages are effective at you showing up in the search results? The next part of your internet communication plan needs to be your social media plan. And your social media plan needs to describe, what is your business doing to develop relationships with its customers through social media? Social media, was big, I think 2008, 2007, it started getting, an emerging technology, but now it's been adapted pretty much worldwide. And so the idea of marketing is to be where your customers are and be there, and have a presence there to answer their questions. So what is your business going to do to build these deep relationships? What platforms are your customers on? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Twitter or on Instagram? And each one of those platforms has a different way of communicating. So in your plan, you need to outline, what marketing platforms you're going to use, what marketing channels, and what message you're going to convey to your customers through those channels. Also, you have social networking goals. Do you want to have so many shares this year, or do you want to have so many new likes or new followers this year? Next is your traffic plan. So a website is no good if no one visits it. If you have a storefront restaurant on a back dusty road and no one knows where it's at, it doesn't do your business any good. So your website is your online storefront. So you have to have a plan to drive visitors to your website. Now, is that plan going to be paid traffic, such as Google AdWords or Bing AdWords? Is it going to be through organic traffic? Are you going to do a lot of articles and a lot of social media posts? A lot of blog posts? How often are you going to update your website with new articles? And also, are you going to do referral traffic? Are you going to reach out to other prominent businesses in your area and write articles on their website to get links back to it? These are the things you need to consider on your traffic plan on how to drive traffic back to your website. Next is, how are you going to convert that traffic into a lead? What are going to be your calls to action to make sure that those traffic people visiting your website actually call or fill out the web form? And what action do you want them to take? Next is, how are you going to measure the performance of your website? How are you going to measure that your budget for Google AdWords is effective? How are you going to measure that your search engine optimization is effective? And one way to do that is to install analytics on your website and goal tracking and goal conversions on your website to track whether or not your website is effective. Now let's talk about the minimum standard for your internet communications plan. Now the website is the basics. Like every business needs to have a website just so that when people see your name on your truck or see a sign, they can research you, see pictures of past projects, a phone number they can call you. That's the basics. Also, customers view your website as your ability to stay current in the marketplace. So people, when they go to websites, they want to see updated articles, updated pictures, and that's the same for social media. People research a lot of times. They find find a company they want to work with. They'll start their journey with an organic search or a paid search. Say, oh, this is a nice roofing company. Let's look a little bit deeper into them. Well, then they go to their social media page and it hasn't been updated for 2 years. What kind of message do you think what kind of message that relay to your target audience? That shows that you're there, but you're not really active. So that's probably, maybe they're not in business anymore, or maybe they're, not doing as many deals or many roofs as they used to. Also, look at how often your reviews are updated. Are you continually getting new reviews to your website? Are you asking your customers for reviews, and are your reviews on Google, Facebook, Yelp, all the other review channels being updated regularly? All right, that concludes how to write a online communications plan inside of a marketing plan. So I hope this gave you some ideas on where to get started and the very basics of what you need to do to make your internet marketing plan. Thanks.